Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, 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 everybody in the building. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. This week is moving along. Y'all hear me? It was just Monday. I was just saying happy Monday. Okay, but we are on Thursday. So thank God for that. Okay, because we can all use a weekend. We're headed into Father's Day weekend. Okay, for all the fathers out there. All right, mother's no longer here, but I still celebrate. Okay, I still send a celebratory thank you to my grandfather, my father, and those that helped raise me. Okay, so yes, if those of you don't have your father, you can still celebrate. It's still going to be like a bittersweet moment, but you still celebrate. Okay, you can still celebrate because they are looking down on us. So I hope everyone is doing well. You got your coffee and or tea, and you get where you need to be this morning. Thank you guys for waiting on me. My apologies for being a little tardy for the party, but we are here. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody. All right, so Mary Giles is first. So good morning to you, ma'am. Good morning to Washington. Good morning, Alicia Murray. Good morning, Rose Armstead, my mom. Good morning, Deborah Johnson, Alicia Stout, Erica Butler, Trina Dean, Juju World. I'm taking the S off. Deborah Banks is here. Audrey Williams Swinson is here. Good morning, Crystal Grooms. Shirley Terry is in the building. Sunny days. Thanks for being here. Delilah T. I see you, Shonda Allen. Thank you for being here. Lisa's World. I see you. Ebony Adams is here. Felicia is here. Alicia Murray again. Good morning. I see you, Truth TV Podcast, and everybody else coming into the chat. All right. Thank y'all. I see you, Angela. I see you. Thank y'all. And let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Let's get into the mess. All right. Let's see. Okay. I got to move you down. Let's move down. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. So we don't have a lot of politics because I want to jump on into the mess. It's a lot of stuff going on today, so I want to make sure I can cover it all. All right. So yeah, I think I got like one piece of politics, other BS. But let's get into that, okay? Because I'm not feeling political today at all, but I am feeling messy. So y'all know how that go, right? All right, let's get into it. All right. So another plane has fallen. I'm getting nervous now because I got 2 flights coming up. I don't got time for this. I know it's not. I don't got. Okay, that's hood lingo. I don't have time for this now. All right, so air flight headed to London crashes near Ahmedabad. Just minutes after takeoff, at least 30 people are unalive and 242 passengers and crew were on board. What the hell? Okay. Let's get into it, child.
Robin, this looks like an enormous tragedy, likely one of the worst aviation disasters in Indian history. 242 passengers were on board this Air India flight when it crashed in a huge explosion earlier this morning. You can see the plane in this video now slowly descending before briefly disappearing behind those buildings. Moments later, you can see a massive fireball erupting into the sky. Now, smoke from the site is visible from miles around, and right now firefighters and rescue teams are at the scene. The plane seems to have come down into some apartment buildings, so it is likely there will be casualties on the ground. In this footage, for instance, you can see what remains of a bed in the charred debris which now litters the whole area. You can see how everything has been totally devastated by fire. Now, it took off from Ahmedabad in northwest India just after 1:30 p.m. local time. It was meant to arrive here in London this evening. It was a Boeing 78 Dreamliner. This is the first time this type of aircraft has crashed, and it gave a mayday call to air traffic control less than a minute after it took off, and after that the signal was lost. Now, of those on board, Air India says 169 are Indian nationals, 53 British, 7 Portuguese and 1 Canadian. The plane is 11 years old, and the Indian Civil Aviation Authority has been quick to point out that the pilot had over 8,000 hours of flying experience, but it is, of course, much too early to know the cause of this crash. Boeing has said simply they are aware of reports and they're working to gather more information, but this just looks devastating. Yeah, good morning, Robin. This looks like an enormous tragedy, likely one.
What do y'all think about this? What is going on with all these damn planes coming down? I don't even say, y'all, 30 people unalived. Now, that's not even, I hope that's counting the people on the ground, because damn, you don't crash into somebody's damn apartment building? That looked like a third world country up over there. Damn, like a war was hit over there. So 247 people on the damn on the plane, and 30 people, y'all. 30 people. Y'all see this? Prayers, prayers, prayers. My God, you can't even go nowhere. I'm scared. So y'all got flights coming up. I don't got time for this, y'all. Jesus. Which I always say a nice little prayer, baby. When I tell y'all my prayer life be so tight, when I get on the plane, I pray. I don't have time for that. I'll be like, oh, especially with all this going on, because this is what, like the 30th, 40th damn crash that we've heard of now in 2025. Trump, I blame you. Shit, it's Trump fault. Trump, you behind this. I feel like you behind this just a little. Okay, all right, let's move on though. Let's move on. All right. Lord. What are we to do? Okay, so a deadly Asian needle ant, you guys, is on the move. Now, they're saying the experts warn invasive species could swarm Georgia this summer. Yeah, y'all not welcome here, honey. What y'all coming here for? Why all the deadly stuff come our way? What is this? Okay. Deadly ants, y'all. Deadly ants. Imagine stepping into an ant bed and you get one of them mugs up on you. Deadly ants, y'all. Let's get into this because we got to keep y'all updated. Y'all know summertime is approach. Well, is a must because we in it now. And a lot of people are going to be outside, honey, grilling and out playing. Kids are going to be out playing and all types of stuff. We need to be aware of stuff like this, right? Ain't that scary? Oh my God. Okay, let's get into it, honey.
To the sneaky insects packing a sting that really lives up to its name, Asian needle ants.
This morning, new sightings of a potentially deadly invasive species as the needle ant spreads across the U.S. The stinging ant has been spotted in at least 17 states, with the insects now creeping their way into Texas for the first time ever. Wildlife officials are warning of an increase in allergic reaction to the ants. Their painful sting, which can pierce clothing, contains venom that can trigger anaphylaxis, a life-threatening reaction that causes swelling of the tongue and throat, difficulty breathing, and weak or rapid heart rate. At least 3 people in Georgia wound up in the hospital last year after getting stung by needle ants. Joro spiders have become an unexpected part of life in Georgia. Native to East Asia, the colorful arachnids the size of a human hand first showed up in the state about...
Whoa, the size of a human hand? What the hell kind of ants are these? Lord God!
a decade ago and have since spread rapidly across the southeast.
Spiders, when they get scared, they freeze and they don't do anything. I don't know what you would have.
Now to the sneaky insects packing a sting that really lives up to its name, needle ants.
This morning, new sightings of a potentially deadly invasive species as the Asian needle ant spreads across the U.S. The stinging ant has been spotted in at least 17 states, with the insects now creeping their way.
All right, let's pause. Y'all live in any of these states? I sure do. I sure do. Spreading very rapidly, okay? If you live in Texas, they about to get your ass. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, Florida, Washington, South Dakota, New York, they everywhere. So everybody trying to be out, you better be on the lookout. All right,
way into Texas for the first time ever. Wildlife officials are warning of an increase in allergic reaction to the ants. Their painful sting, which can pierce through clothing, contains venom that can trigger anaphylaxis, a life-threatening reaction that causes swelling of the tongue and throat, difficulty breathing, and weak or heart.
All right, let's pause. So if you feel a bite, go ahead and educate y'all. I'm not playing this. We trying to keep it, you know. But if you feel any of these symptoms after you get some said bite, you want to go ahead and get checked out. Swelling of the tongue, okay? If your tongue swell up, that's patient right there. You definitely need to get to the emergency room if that shit happen. Tongue swelling up. Difficulty breathing, okay? You got to be breathing out here if you want to live. So you definitely got to get on down there to the emergency room, all right? Weak or rapid heart rate. That's dangerous, right? Now, especially if you already have other medical situations going on prior to being bit. You definitely don't want to play around with that. So swelling of the tongue, difficulty breathing, weak or rapid heart rate. The symptoms if you get bit by the deadly ant. All right. And they are coming to a state near you.
Heart rate. At least 3 people in Georgia wound up in the hospital last year getting stung by needle ants. It comes as Joro spiders have become an unexpected part of life in Georgia. Native to East Asia, the colorful arachnids the size of a human hand first showed up in the state about a decade ago and have since spread rapidly across the southeast.
Spiders, when they get scared, they freeze and they don't do anything.
Ooh, spiders, bugs, child. And that's weird because I used to be a freaking tomboy and like to be outside and running and playing with bugs and on damn I grew up riding dirt bikes and all type of stuff like that. I was straight tomboyish, but I don't want to be outside. I don't know. It's like the girly part of me just came out of nowhere. I don't want to do nothing outside, especially when it's hot. I don't like being hot because I get irritated. But this is crazy. Oh, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. So beware, honey, or be bit. All right, let's move on. Lord. There's so much going on. Child. All right. TSA issues warnings, you guys. Costco membership cards are not accepted as real IDs at the airport. Who is doing that? Who is trying to fly somewhere and pulling out their Costco membership card trying to get on a damn plane? With everything's been going on since 9/11, everything's been airtight. So let me going up there with no damn Kroger card and Costco card and Sam's membership card and all that, talking about you about to be flying somewhere. No, you ain't. You about to be flying back to your car to go back to the house and get your ID is what you asked about to do. But let's get into what they got to say, girl.
Hey, travelers, listen up. TSA has a message, and this one's a little spicy.
It's a little spicy, and we thought it was pretty surprising. Agents are asking flyers to stop trying to use their Costco cards as real ID.
Like, who's doing that?
I don't know. Apparently enough people that we need to talk about it right here. TSA posted on Facebook, hey, we love hot dogs and we love rotisserie chicken as much as the next person, but please stop telling people that their Costco card counts as real ID because it absolutely does not. This is the first year all passengers need a real ID or passport to fly. Most real ID compliant cards have a gold star.
Stop. We've already talked about this. I told you guys summer is coming. A lot of people get ready to be flying. Make sure you have the real ID. And that means the star, okay? It could be a black star. It could be a gold star. I covered this already, but we're going to go ahead and get everybody back up to speed. Because I know a lot of you guys are planning trips where you have to fly. So make sure that you switch your IDs over to real IDs. Most of you already should have it. But in case you do not, if you look at the top right of your license and you don't see a star, whether it's black, gold, whatever color it may be, because different states vary. Okay. I went to the DMV personally to get said information and update on that. And I found out I already had the real ID. Didn't even know it. I was like, yeah, I'm here to upgrade my ID. You don't need to do that because yours is already updated, is what they told me. And they explained to me how to know that I do have the real ID. Okay. And they gave me the whole history on it, whatever, even though the lady up there had a damn attitude and I about snapped off on her ass, but she lucky security, had his hand on his piece because I ain't have mine. You lucky lady. All right. Don't get no damn attitude. Maybe I'm asking you a question. I ain't asked you to get paid $2.45 for your damn job. Fuck. All right. But anyway, so you're supposed to have the star at the top of your license at the top right, okay? And if you do, then you should be straight up in there trying to be flying nowhere with no damn Costco card because they're not doing that shit. 9/11 fucked it up for everybody, okay? Just know it. So
it's right there, that star on the top right corner. And while some Costco membership cards are labeled as gold star, they are very different things. And Melissa got a good laugh out of that one too.
I was trying to figure out where's the connection here. Boom.
It's the gold star members. Yes, ma'am.
You will not make your flight, folks. Hey, travelers, listen up.
Yeah, you ain't making no flight. Take your ass up there looking crazy too. Stand in that long ass line to get up there and be turned around. All right, let's move on, child. Let's move on. All right, let's get into some hood news. We got some hood news. Hood news. The rappers are in a hurry in prison, child. We talked about Salento yesterday, the guy that did the song Whip, Nene, watch me whip, and watch me Nene. That one. All right, so he is serving 30 years, but now Lil Durk, okay, Lil with all his damn tattoos everywhere. Now they're saying that the feds want Lil Durk to completely empty his accounts to $0, girl, and liquidate all of his properties to receive a bond. Now, he's been asking for a bond since forever. He keep asking, and they was like, eh. Okay, so they fear to hear harm witnesses or flee the United States otherwise, okay? Y'all see that? Now, the judge in Lil Durk's case stated that he would have to give up all of his earnings to be eligible for a bond, which would also prevent him from affording his attorneys. Okay, they're trying to break them down. Why are they trying to keep a black man down out here? Now, moreover, the defendant would still have his intellectual property with which he could earn a handsome living abroad. Is that any set of conditions would need to impoverish the defendant and result in forfeiture of all interest in his intellectual property. So they're trying to break his ass all the way down to the brake pads, all right? So he came out here doing ish if he get out, okay? It don't look like he will because they keep denying his bond. So he is in there for some hood thug shit, all right? Probably Swiss cheese somebody. Y'all know what that is. And anybody that's in my chat, all right? For my older people, that means, all right? But yeah, y'all niggas got to get out the streets. I keep saying ain't nothing out there but jail and the grave, okay? And yeah, that's it. That's it. There's no middle ground or the grave, okay? You ready to go see the king? Or you ready to bend over and have king behind you? That's all I can tell you. That's it, okay? So you make your choice. Make your choice, all right? So shout out to Lil Durk. I hope you figure it out, okay? Because the feds is trying to every damn dime you got. And that's how they do. They sit back and watch y'all ass climb in the rap game. And y'all still, I don't know why y'all can't get out the streets when y'all start touching money. When you start touching millions, get your ass out the street. You don't need street ties no more. Okay. I know a lot of the rappers and artists in the game, like Chris Brown and these other people, they do keep ties to the gang out here so that they can have that street protection. Okay. I get that. And they pay them. Should I be telling all this? Some of y'all know. But a lot of them do keep their, their ties to the gang out here so that they can have that street protection, because sometimes the people be trying to get you. They be still trying to get you, so they pay them like a fee to protect them in the streets and keep the people up off them. Y'all know all types of gangs out there. I don't say the names on here, but it's a very dangerous lifestyle. But a lot of these rappers, you guys see, they really not as hard as they are as the people that's behind them. Okay, just a little education for y'all ass. Y'all see them in videos like this. It ain't that. The niggas is this. When the camera go off, hi girl, they on that shit. It's the niggas behind them that's hard, not them, child. That's some tea for your ass, right? That's what it is. Now I ain't calling you soft work, but I'm just saying if a real nigga step to you, I don't know. Okay, let's move on though. Didrik Haddon is in his feelings because Glorilla got the best gospel and inspiration award over there at the BET Awards. Okay, he was like, excuse me, she ain't no gospel artist. Now, I kind of sort of agree with him on that, because Glorilla, the music that she kind of put out, she did do a gospel song with Kirk Franklin, and that song did get the recognition at BET Awards, okay? So she did get the BET Award for Best Gospel and Inspirational Artist, and a lot of people were upset about it. Didrik Haddon went live to express his disdain for that as well, okay? Let's get into what he said. Because child, I was like, why y'all hating on Glorilla? But then I thought about it. I said, okay, I understand, because how would it look for a gospel artist to go over and do put rap in their song and then get best rap artists? I mean, a lot of rap artists would be upset that they came into their genre and up and snatched their award, when really that's not your genre. That's not what you do. Just because you added a little hey in your song, now all of a sudden you walking away with Rap Artist of the Year, Didrik Haddon. I'm just saying, hypothetically. But let's get into it.
The gospel music industry needs an overhaul, period. After last night's show, it's an indicator that we just need a complete reset. Like what are we doing? Are we allowing this to happen over and over again and wonder why the gospel music industry is dying? Come on, man. In order to have something different, you have to do something different. So we need people in the room that know gospel music, that's in the trenches of gospel music, that's advocating for the genre as a whole and not one particular person. It's already a small genre. So it's hard for us to watch the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Award being given to somebody that's not in our space. right? No disrespect to the artist, but that's not the she's in. And so it makes it discouraging, disappointing, and it takes the wind out of all of it. And the gospel music industry needs. We wonder why gospel music is dying. It's because we're doing things like that. Well, on top of that is we're tired. Nobody will say this, but I will. Of seeing the same people being celebrated year after year. Like there is nobody else in gospel music. Like no one else is working. You cannot just give it to one person as if they're the ones that's keeping it going. No. We're done with that. Last night was a great win for the ratings for BET. I give certain people the ratings, but it was not a win for the gospel music industry. We got to do better. So I propose let's start something where we can come together and have someone advocating for the genre that have the motive and agenda in the room, but to elevate the gospel music genre as a whole. That's what I feel. We wonder.
All right. So he expressed his concern about the Gospel Music Awards giving Glorilla this damn award. Now, I'm always happy to see an award, but I understand what he is saying. Gospel music and secular music should never, ever meet. It just shouldn't. Okay. It just shouldn't. Glorilla's up there, child, with her ass cheeks out, and in one moment of the show, over there twerking, bent over with all of that. But then in the next second, you up there receiving a gospel award. And a lot of people was like, even she was shocked. I ain't going to hold you. I watched this. She was shocked. Like, oh my God, this is my first award ever getting for a gospel award. Kirk Franklin was on stage while she accepted the award because the song that they did do to get, they did a song together. Okay. And he had her in there. And I get Kirk Franklin's trying to stretch his platform to work with artists. Okay, I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, because they say you're supposed to spread the good word in the highways and the byways, like that old people say. But bottom line is, it should be respected to where gospel artists should be getting these awards. Okay, as I said before, if Deidre had it there and did a rap in his song, I think that the rap community would definitely be upset that Deidre Haddon got a best rap artist over artists like Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion and other rappers that we love to listen. So I feel like, if she was on the other foot, it would be a problem. It would definitely be a problem. Okay. So yeah, I get it, Dietrich. I ain't even mad at you. Yeah, we ain't gonna show that because I'm gonna have to edit that out. But yeah, so y'all get it. I get it too. Again, I like Glorilla. Glorilla, you have me all over the road, baby, when your music be on, and so does Deidre Haddon. I like your music, Deidre. I've been following you since forever. I love all of his music. One of my favorite songs with him is the song he did with Stutter and Mary Mary. I love him like I do. That's my ish. When that come on, baby, listen. Okay. All right. If you ain't ever heard the song, go Google it, baby. YouTube it. The song is it. I still be pumping that. I love all of what is it? Just Want to Make It to Heaven. He got a lot of songs. Well Done. That's the name of it. Well Done. He got some great songs. He's a great artist. Okay. So yeah, shout out to Deidre Haddon. I ain't mad. All right, moving on, child, to this moist ass nigga that we about to get on screen here. Ralph with his moist ass. He get on my damn nerves. I'm so sick of Ralph. Okay. Let's get him up there. Somebody said when she turned around. What y'all talking about? Kirk did do a great speech. I ain't gonna hold you. BT Awards, his speech, Kirk's speech was it. It was it. Okay. He did a very great speech. All right. He really did. So shout out to Kirk Franklin. All right. All right. I can see coming up on my screen. Ralph Pittman Jr., child. He says, and we kind of covered this yesterday. I did a late. When I say 10, I never go late. I never go live that late. Unless it's something like breaking news. If it's breaking news and I don't want to till the next day, I'll go ahead and right quick pop on. All right. But Ralph says, it's crazy how I'm called a serial cheater with no receipts when the affair that ended our marriage is denied, like explicit details haven't been out for years. It says to keep crying for the cameras and telling your fake truth, but don't confuse acting with innocence. Okay, so he released a lot of messages and pictures, as I told you guys in my video last night, and the internet went crazy. Oh, they went crazy. They went crazy because Ralph is out here Ralphing, honey. Ralph is down in the basement on fucking demon time, and the people are sick of Ralph. They're like, Ralph, if you file for divorce, you want out, you don't care no more. Why is it that you got to be up here posting this? People who don't care, move on. People who don't care, don't be posting this. If you got a whole girl, you got her bent over and got her legs behind her head, and her legs to the moon. You care what Drew do and who she's doing. If you guys decided that this is what you're going to do to end your marriage, and if that's the reason why, now I get it why Ralph wanted this to be an open sector of their marriage. He didn't want it to be he didn't want things to be privated. He wanted it to be open, and this is why he wanted to embarrass Drew. He wanted to put her on Front Street because he felt like she was going to put him up there. So it's like a race to see who can hurt, you know, the other the most. It can be a dangerous thing, especially if you have like real receipts on a person and you're trying to destroy them. Drew is trying to build her career, steady building her career. We get ready to get into that here in a second. But Ralph is seeming like he don't really have too much going on. Maybe, and I've said this before when Ralph and Drew were on, well, I think his last season, I always felt like Ralph was low-key jealous of Drew. Now, going into their relationship, Ralph said that he was the money maker. He made the most money. But upon Drew getting on Real Housewives of Atlanta, it opened the doors and other avenues for her to make a coin and to kind of get her celebrity status up. So I feel like once that happened and Drew's money kind of surpassed Ralph's money, the nigga became a bitch ass nigga out here. Yeah, he did. He became very jealous of his wife. And that's very, very much so possible. Men can be jealous. Look at Amon Schubert. Was jealous of his wife. Okay. That's why they had to get a divorce. Look at Martell Holt, jealous of Melody. Her star steady climbing and his light becoming dim. He felt like he kept repeating the same shit over and over. I'm the one that set up the meeting for us to get Love and Marriage Huntsville. I. When you start seeing that, abort mission, get away from them, because they're going to try to bring you down out of jealousy. They don't want to see you be great. They don't want to see you have nothing. They don't want to see you get more of a coin than them. Do I feel like Ralph is sitting back plotting? I do. I feel like this divorce between the two of them could have already been resolved. I feel like Ralph wants to stay in the basement so he can continue to get receipts on Drew and use them on her when they go to court as to say she's doing this, she's doing that, and I want said money because I know what she's making. I was Drew, I wouldn't have put my album out yet until my divorce was finalized. You know why? Because now anything accumulated during the marriage, he can get half. The nigga sitting back watching. And this is why she was moving money to other accounts that he didn't know about, which that might ding in the divorce. But Ralph, I'm sorry, sir. I got to give you the L on this. I got to give you the L on this. You thought you ate down, but you did not. You thought you ate down, but I thought about it last night. I was like, oh, man, I got something. But I had to sleep on it a little bit. And upon me snoring and slobbing, I said to myself, Ralph is a bitch ass nigga for that. Oh, yeah. You are, Ralph, if you watching my show. And I made a comment. Because I wanted you to see it. I know you be in the comments, and I really hope you see it, Ralph. I really hope you do, because I read your ass down, and I really hope you see it, just like I did Martell. And I added him in there too. Martell, I hope you see it as well. Okay? And if you respond, I'm going to get on here and chop your ass up just doggone hibachi. Do you hear me? I'm gonna slice your ass like hibachi when I get up on here. I want that kind of time. You was on Demon Time, now it's my turn. Shit. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of Martell and I'm sick of Ralph. Or maybe y'all the same person at this point, because both have been out for women. And it's really starting to become too much. Like, get over it. Your wives don't want you no more. Martell did the same shit to Mel. Still doing. Still sitting back plotting and still sitting back on this petty BS. Just let it go. The woman don't want you, obviously, if she letting other people in her circle like that. If she booed up with Ty, obviously, you let another woman come in and do what you couldn't do. That's got to be embarrassing. Maybe that hurt your pride that Ty, being a female, could come into your circle and love your wife better than you. Go figure. And she got to strap up to do it. I don't be too graphic. She got to put on a whole strap on and please your wife when you were born with it. I would see why that would bruise your ego a bit. I'm just saying. I'm so sick of these moist ass, bitch ass individuals. that they call themselves men. I cannot call you a man because real men don't be on that type of bullshit. Real men move on and understand that the woman don't want them no more, and you can go out there and find you somebody else, level up and do what you did. If you did it before, you could do it again. If you met Drew and y'all moved, 3 months? I told y'all yesterday, 3 months you met Drew, you proposed to her. Obviously, you saw something in her while you was trying to get in her. Let's say it that way. Obviously, you saw something in her that enamored you in such a way that you wanted to make her your wife because you proposed to her in months of knowing her. And in 3 more months after that, you guys got married. And in 3 more months after that, she was having your child. So you saw something in her. But now you acting like she ain't shit. And you trying to tear her down and make people not like her. But every time you try something, Ralph, Drew come up with something else, okay? It's like you won't have a storyline next season. Nigga, if she's the moneymaker in the family, y'all got kids, 3 to be exact. Why would you want to put her into a position to where she don't have a storyline, which then with her money, which then you going to have, you're talking about you paying for everything now, which I doubt. It's just stupid. That's why I keep saying, y'all, stop rushing into things. Stop rushing into things. Do I feel like that Drew maybe did she date down with Ralph? Possibly. That's why it takes time to get to know a person. I think these are signs that you probably would have seen had you not been standing at the altar. I do. It's too soon. 3 months. Anybody can act right for 3 months. Ralph seems like he can be that nigga that can fool you for 3 months and get what he want out of you. Kind of like Martell. Martell asked me to marry him at her graduation because he saw something in her. He knew where she was trying to go. He knew she was going to be that girl. But as soon as things went left, what he said, well, Melody really wasn't my type like that anyway. Nigga, she was. Anybody was your type. Obviously, Tisha said a few dudes was your type too. Allegedly. I ain't say it. Okay. Tisha said you had some bromances going on back then. While you're hiding under the bed looking at her, doing some very freaky shit. You say, yeah, I saw you. How you saw her doing something? These are the petty ass individuals that we see on our screens that's out here, and they call me and Ralph. You a father. You're raising boys, and you're gonna raise them to be bitch ass niggas like you if you don't soon get it together. Okay? Stop this bullshit. Let's continue, Lord. I'm so sick of them. I see we need a jam session through this topic, and then we're going to go ahead and get on that jam session. All right. So as you guys can see, these are the messages. I read them last night. I don't feel like reading them again. All right. Ralph decided to posting pictures and all of this. So he's trying to ruin her. The public opinion. He does not public opinion of Drew to be positive. He wants to tear her down and put her into a space to where she could probably never work in Hollywood again or embarrass her. Okay. Drew, she's, there she go, laid back child. I don't know where they just came from, but obviously she's comfortable. She's sleep driving, and Ty made it her business to go live or whatever she's doing right here and make sure to get Drew into the picture. Okay. Thank you, baby. Y'all see this? You call somebody baby, that means y'all got something going on. All right, here they go. Okay, booed up. I showed y'all these pictures last night. For those of you that did not catch the live last night, that's why we were doing it, so y'all can see, honey. That's a relationship. That's a relationship. I told you Drew was filming the movie The Past with Todd and Candy. They said that Ty was at the set every day. They came in arm in arm and they were booed up on the set some. A lot of people saw it. A lot of people saying they high-five Ty for being able to maybe train Drew comfortable in the position that she was in the movie, the Past, because y'all know she was in a relationship where she was kind of fooling around with a woman in there. So a lot of people was high-fiving Ty for maybe training Drew in some of those scenes. Because she seemed very comfortable, is all I'm saying. While the woman was on her doing what she was doing, Drew seemed very comfortable. And a lot of people was like, okay, high-five Ty. Because you came up and through there and did that. Okay. Ralph was not done. Spoiler alert. He said Apple was fabricated so that Drew could keep her peach. Nigga seemed like you want a peach. Said that I played the bad guy so that she would have a storyline and make a comeback as an actress. She was already an actress prior to knowing you. Said it worked, but it was unexpected. She would cheat on me and lie, saying that I cheated on her. So he's trying to say that that whole Tampa situation never happened. He said it was fabricated so she would have a storyline, is what he's saying. Okay, so I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm sick of it and moving on. Okay. Speaking of moving on, Drew, as she's going through what she's going through with Ralph, she has a new movie coming out. No digs at Shamia, but Shamia did say on the show that something about Drew is not as relevant, or tried to question her relevancy in Hollywood. But, you know, Drew's done quite a bit of things, and so did Shamia, and not to compare women. But shout out to Drew. A new film coming out called Run. It's kind of like a new sci-fi thriller. It looks like it may be a good movie. It is set to hit theaters August 29th. So Drew is still out here doing her big one. I think the last movie I saw Drew in was the TLC movie. So she now has another, and y'all correct me if y'all saw her in another movie. Y'all can put it in the chat. But August 29th, she does have a new movie that will be in theaters. So Drew getting that movie money, okay? In addition to reality TV money, TV and movie money. I ain't mad at it, okay? Plus, you got your album out. I hear the album great, no skips. That's always a great look, okay? You got an album and it's no skips. That's the shit. But so I have not had a chance to finish listening to her album, but the little bit that I did listen to, Drew definitely is blossoming into a great artist. And I like that. I do. So I did go over and I listened to as much as I could. I may go back and preview some more of it today. Speaking of albums, I'm still working on my shit, y'all. It's not up to me as to when my stuff come out. You guys know I am signed to a label now, so it's up to them when they said stuff. I'm still recording some more stuff. Trap R&B is the direction that I decided to go on my stuff, so it's really good. I'm talking my shit on there. I'm popping my shit on there. I'm talking crazy. I got some rapping going on in there. Y'all get to see another me, so I'm really excited about it. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm still pushing that, but when that's released and ready to go, you guys will definitely be surprised at how talented your girl is over here. Like, I no cap. I'm helping other artists. You know, I do artist development and helping other artists get their shit out as well. So in the meantime, in between time with me doing my stuff, I'm helping other artists who wish and want to be artists as well. Because we have a lot of artists out there that can sing but can't write. We have a lot of artists out there that can't write, you know, vice versa. So that's where people like me come in, who've been doing this shit since I can remember. I told you guys I started out doing writing by just getting mail. I could get my mom's mail and I used to write on everything back then. My mom was like, "Oh my God, you write on everything, child." And the idea, and I just start writing and didn't know turning poems into songs is something that I started doing, and I became really good at it. So yeah, I'm excited. So I'm excited for Drew. When I see stuff like this, I applaud women because it's hard. Kick that door and get in. Okay. It took a little minute, and I had several opportunities trying to get into that, but it just takes, you know, you just being focused and staying out there. So yeah, y'all gonna be like, real grandma, you can't listen to my album, okay? Stuff I'm talking about on there with my leg behind my head, and yeah, it's real grimy. It's real grimy. So it's gonna have that R to the side, because yeah, real gonna be talking her shit on there. But shout out to Drew. It ain't about me. Let's talk about Drew. All right, get into this. But it's coming. I know some of y'all been asking me, "Real, when it's coming, guys? It's coming." I want it to be perfect. I don't want y'all to listen to like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm a perfectionist. When I put something out, you ain't gonna hear nothing that ain't supposed to be there. So it's coming. It's coming. All right. Please be patient with me. All right. Please be patient. Let's get into. So if you like the sound of like a Summer Walker-ish sound with that knock, that R&B / trap sound, okay, what I like. And that's kind of like I said, the direction I'm going. So I'm actually singing on there, and I got some rapping that I'm doing too, because I can rap. For those you don't know, I can rap a little bit. So we got that too. But let's get into this with Drew. I hope I don't got to edit this, but shout out to Drew. This is her new movie coming out called Run. All right.
Ready or not, here I come. Get high. Ready or
Yeah. Y'all see that? So yeah, that look like that's gonna be a good look, right? Y'all gonna go check it out in movies. In the movie, y'all gonna go check it out. It is out 8/29. It's called Run. All right, the movie's called Run. It's a sci-fi thriller. All right, child, that look like that's gonna be a little scary. I might take my Bible with me to the theater for that right there. Okay. I might have to take that I might have to take my Bible to the theater when I watch that, like I did Sinners, child. I've seen Sinners already, y'all. Just in case I didn't tell y'all. I saw Sinners and baby. It was a part of that movie. I was like, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. It was a great movie though. Let's move on. Let's move on. I try not to be talking about too much about what I be doing because it be so many haters. It be so many haters be trying to block shit, but you can't block what God be doing. You just can't do it. I try to keep some stuff to myself. I be like, do I want to share this? Because people be sitting in your bushes and like waiting to like block you and stop stuff. But I just be like, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. And I be doing a lot of stuff that I want to share with y'all. But I be like, I don't know, because people are haters and people try to stop and block you and yeah, y'all, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But child, as long as God got his hands in the middle of my back, I don't worry about it. I share what I want to share, what I don't want to share. You see, I don't like to overshare because people be sitting in the bushes like, oh, let me take a note. Let me go back and take that. Oh, Caramel is doing this. Let's go ahead and try to stop block that. No. I'm doing a lot of shit. I just ain't done yet. But it's coming. It's coming. And I thank God every day for putting me in positions and putting the right people in my path so I can do the things that I desire to do. Okay. Just get that jam session. All right. I damn near forgot. Oh, he's talking. Okay. Let's stop sharing. Let's get our jam session. Because child, y'all sitting on my likes and I don't like that. All right. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's see what beat we want to use today. Hey, this is one y'all like. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Like, I feel y'all just my mind. Okay. Hey, hit the light, hey. Like for me, please, so we can move on to the next part. Hey. Like, tap the light. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all twerking over there. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. I want you to walk. Let's go. Let's go. Like this. Let's go. Hey. Where we at? Where we at? Let me know. Let me know. All right, let's go. Let me get another beat. Let's do 185 lights. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 185, let's get it. right, I don't know why they be sitting on my lights. Y'all be tripping, okay? Let's get it. Let's go. So shout out again to Sidora for her big one. All right, so Drew was not done, child. Drew was not done. Somebody said they did not get a notification. All right, so again, if you did not get notifications, as I told you guys before, YouTube is glitching. So please go and resubscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell as well, okay? Please hit that notification bell so that you guys will get your notifications. If you are having issues with that, you may want to unsubscribe, then resubscribe, and then again hit that bell. I'm not sure why this keeps happening. It seems like every month or so this happens with YouTube. I have no control over that, you guys. So my apologies that you're experiencing that. But if you want to be able to get all the notifications when I go live, so that you don't miss a show, a post, whatever the case may be, please make sure that you are still subscribed. Okay, make sure you're still subscribed. All right, let's get into the show. Sidora is not here for Gigi Maguire calling her out her name on Pink Conversation. So let's talk about it. So I think she's in with Angela Yee right here. Let's get into it. All right.
Just want to address, last
shout out to It's On Site.
We had Sidora on from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's from Chicago.
Okay.
And she has some issues because Gigi interviewed her ex-husband. Well, it's her ex, but still her estranged husband, Ralph, on that pink couch.
We had a pink conversation.
My whole team has watched that interview, and that was one of the few interviews that I watched, and I was like, wow.
So you
it
saw
was
it
very.
as well,
I watched up to a point that I couldn't watch
You didn't see
anymore.
the whole thing, though.
Yeah, well, I didn't need to. She called my name. Absolutely.
You saw that part.
I did.
Particularly.
Yeah. But you know what? Everybody got to go listen to that conversation and see if Drew is justified or, but I will say it ended in a good space of Drew saying she had the conversation with Gigi. So we love that. Because she walked in, saw you, and walked back out and was like, she was just mad. I think, she's sensitive. You interview her ex, certain things, she'll take it differently than the audience might take it.
I received it. And as a woman, I wholeheartedly understand her POV. I just want to say for the record, anything I said pertaining her and her on the show was just my opinion and how I feel as a viewer. I don't dislike her. I don't think they're a bad person. I'm not in her business when it comes to her divorce. I don't want her man. I have my own. And I may have said a word that she didn't like, and I have no problem apologizing for saying it, but it wasn't in a malicious context.
See?
I wasn't being a mean girl. I said the word that she's upset at.
I just want to address, last week we had Sidora on from.
All right, so if you guys don't know what's going on, they're saying that Sidora ran out of the office after seeing Gigi Maguire on Angela Yee's interview. Said that she felt disrespected and said that Gigi called her out of her name, and that Drew has been watching that episode of Gigi Conversations on repeat. Now it says that the one with her ex-husband only on now at this TV on this, and go and download whatever. So Gigi Maguire sat down with Angela Yee and did an interview, and she had a lot of negative things to say and was even calling her names, and Drew's team sent her the footage of it so that she could see it. And now that Drew has spoken out to say, hey, I saw it, I'm surprised Gigi had that to say about me because I didn't know we had a problem. Now Gigi is backtracking and apologizing for saying what she said and saying it was her opinion of what she thought of Drew and her ex-husband, well, soon-to-be ex-husband, Ralph, okay? That's so crazy. Everybody's coming for Drew. Drew is catching it like this. Like, damn, arrows are coming from everywhere. Girl, just stay focused, Drew. Just stay focused, okay? Even though you be lying a lot, okay? You are still being blessed out here, girl. You are doing your damn thing, okay? Obviously, the people are going to talk. And I keep saying, as long as people are talking about you, they're relevant, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes bad press can be good to keep pushing you into the direction you're trying to go. So as long as people's name is in your mouth, that's a great thing. That's how you got to look at it, all right? That's how you got to look at it. Some things may hurt your feelings, and you just have to kind of take a licking and keep sticking, honey. Keep going. Don't allow that to pull you down or make you feel like that you don't want to do what you're doing anymore because of what people have to say. People are going to always talk. People are going to always talk, but it's when they're talking about you is when no one cares. So as long as they're talking about you, let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. Negative press can also be good for you as well. Okay. Let's do a sneak peek for Real Housewives of Atlanta while we're talking about Drew. My Lord. All right. So Phaedra, honey, with her crazy self, y'all know she's back on the show. This will be what, her second, I think it's going to be her second episode being back. Phaedra reveals that her obsession with watching scenes where people are being unalived. Phaedra is weird as hell. Now, y'all know she does work down there, child, with, well, not Willie Watkins anymore, because I'm hearing she works at her own funeral home or whatever. But she's obsessed of the unalived out here. Let's get into it, child. And Phaedra, not Phaedra, but Cynthia and Porsha looking like, what? Weird.
What is that? Girl, that's a hat, girl. That's a hat? Yeah. You got to take my picture. Oh, my God. Yes. You bitches could never. Never. I'm going to take a picture downstairs. Girl, this is everything. Ain't it everything? Hey, have you talked to Shamir? How's she doing? The baby is good. The baby is good. Yeah. I just think it was really good that last night we were there. You know, it was amazing. Everybody was comforting to her. And who was that? I don't damn know, but they tearing down the door, Mike, like the police. They giving a damn 1, 2, and 3 on it. Who is it? It's me. Well, girl, can you stand on your tippy toes? I can't see you. I ain't strawberry shortcake. Ooh, y'all's room is nice and cool. Child, I done tried to play with that TV so many times. Girl, when you had you just went to sleep. Girl, I know, but I go to sleep to TV. Lord. I like to see a good crime show. I went to see somebody get killed. Let me tell you something about Phaedra. She does not mind going in bed, thinking about somebody getting their head chopped off. Mind going in bed, thinking about somebody getting their head chopped off, stabbed 15 million times. Okay, but she's thinking about, that's another body to bury. The people trying to find their killers. I love that. I always go to sleep to a deadly, gruesome crime. And I really wake up refreshed. I mean, I got a blickety-blick-blick. So I'm not worried about them killing me. Last night, the girls were so crazy, like the shot o'clock or whatever going on. Yeah. Angela gives me school teacher. Like, she teaches math and she's very smart. Yeah, because she get ready to ask you something that's like. I mean, she was giving, like, I don't know, Barbara Walters last night, all the questions. I was like, I want to ask you one more thing. Mind going to bed, thinking about somebody. Yeah, so Phaedra's like, look, I go to bed watching crime. Now I like crime shows too. Okay. I like crime shows, but sometimes a lot. I like crime shows, documentaries, but Phaedra's like, baby, I can't go to sleep unless I'm watching a good old crime show and somebody getting Swiss cheese on the screen. That is weird. But I guess if you've been as close to like bodies like that with Phaedra, like up in there doing makeup and stuff like that on the unalive, stuff like that don't bother you because you've seen that side of it already. So as weird as it is, I kind of get it. Okay, I kind of get it with Phaedra, but it's kind of weird to just speak on it like it's so nonchalant. She's nonchalant about it, and people looking at her like, that's weird. It's borderline Jeffrey Dahmerish, okay, in the mind, okay? Because I don't know. What y'all think about that sneak peek of Phaedra, child? Phaedra just say anything, and child, you just have to look at her and be like, Phaedra, for real? Like, girl, you weird. You're weird. You're weird. All right, so they're asking, did Britt Eady starve the people on that particular episode where she had her event that she did not pay not club promoter, but event promoter, okay? Now, shout out to Bingeworthy, because this is where I saw it. It's funny as hell. He says, I don't care. Says that this is going down as such a lighthearted and iconic scene where we saw people eating, but we didn't get no food. So Britt had catered to her event, okay, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, the girls to actually eat, while other people who were sitting around at her event didn't get any food. So they were watching, which everybody thought that was weird. They were like, girl, how you have a party and you just only feeding certain people, and then other people sitting there looking like, where's our food? Okay, so let's get into this, child, because I thought that was weird. I would never have a party where certain people eat and certain people don't. Like, no, everybody eating, everybody drinking, all of that. But that was weird, okay? So shout out again to Binge Worthy because this was funny as hell. Let's get into it.
Really didn't want to drag her, but the reality is there are a lot of other people that were there. So I don't want to get on here and tell y'all like everything was perfect and like, oh, I got food. When there's people who might make a video and tell the truth, feel like I'm being forced to tell the truth, Britt, you know? so yeah, I mean, I tell the truth anyway, but I would have just not said anything. But the truth is they did have food come out. Everybody talking, people were eating. And it's funny because I thought that the main, how do I say that without sounding like a bitch or something?
You guys go drag me for this, huh? Okay.
I was under the impression that Britt and Mike make sure that me and the table got something to eat. And it's crazy to me that I was the only one who didn't get food.
Crazy.
Absolutely not. Not me.
I literally ended up being the only one who didn't get food, even though I felt like they got food over to the table so that I wouldn't talk shit. So yeah, I didn't eat, but the food looks good. The food looked good. My friend Aaron, he got his food. Everybody around me was eating. I saw some good chicken dishes. I saw some good broccolini. And, you know, I might have gotten a little bit hungry, but I honestly didn't really mind. I was just so high on like, oh my God, like I'm at a Real Housewives of all cast taping that I didn't really care. I really didn't want to drag her, but the reality is there are a lot of other people that were there. So I don't want to get on here and tell y'all like everything was perfect and like, oh, I got food. When there's people who might make a tell the truth. So I feel like I'm being forced to tell the truth, Britt, you know? so yeah, I mean, I tell the truth anyway, but I would have just not said anything. But the truth is they did have food come out.
So on the scene, if you guys are caught up on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where they allowed Britt Eady to have a scene where she invited the girls out to the little country club. They're saying that she lived at said country club and she rented out the space at the country club for the girls to come and film that scene. But she also hired an event planner to come and have food catered, but she only paid for just enough for the girls at the table and just for a few. She didn't have enough food for people. And other people sitting there like, okay, they got a plate. Where's my plate? Then the person over here get a plate, and then over here ain't no plate. So it was that. That's weird. And a lot of people, they're saying that they still talking about Britt eating this damn party where people did not get food. I don't know if her money was, maybe she should have just, you know, had a more intimate setting with just the girls and then have it catered for just them, maybe at her home or a smaller event space. But this was just giving ghetto as hell. He was giving ghetto. It was ghetto. This guy, as you guys can see, he was there. He said, hey, I saw people eating, but I ain't eating. I was invited to said event. So I feel like that was very ghetto. That was very ghetto. I don't know. Anybody ever been like that? What person did not have enough food and certain people eating, you didn't eat, and like that's just crazy. I'd rather have too much food and not enough, to be honest with you. And that's why you're supposed to do a head count and you know, have people RSVP so that you'll know who's going to be there, how many people are going to be there, if you're going to have drinks or whatever. So you can have all of that stuff together. I throw a hell of a party. Anytime I throw a party, you're going to eat good and you damn sure going to drink good, okay? And you're going to have a damn good time. The music going to be hitting, all of that. So if you ever come to the end of my shit, you're going to eat, drink, and have a damn good time. But this shit right here, I don't know, on a whole TV show, this is your first season, girl. You should have went out with a bang. If you didn't have the money, you should have asked Bravo and them to like step it up and pay for that shit for you so that you could look good, at least on TV, and then pay them on the back end, let them take it out your check or something. I don't know. But that right there where people are sitting up saying they was at your party and they ain't had no food, that was not a good look. Hell no. Let's move on though. Girl. Yeah, I'll talk about it. We already saw that. Moving down. I already talked about that. All right. Okay, so update, all about, let's see. According to this, now, this is so weird because if you guys know, all right, so these two right here, this is so weird. I saw this while I was scrolling on social media. Now, y'all remember Porsha and Nene was supposed to be on the show on Netflix called The Upshaws, but for some reason, Porsha was telling production that she didn't want to work with Nene, whatever reason, she didn't want to film with her. So Porsha wound up dropping off and allowing Nene to stay on the show to film, okay, and get her coin. And Porsha was just like, I'm just going to focus on Real Housewives of Atlanta and some other stuff I got going on. But now it said Nene will no longer be joining Traders, and that Porsha has now taken her spot. So what is going on? Why they can't be on the same screen together? Like I thought Nene was saying that she had ironed out her differences with Porsha, you know, were cordial and could be in the same space without all the BS that was going on before. So why is it now said that Nene will no longer be joining Traders and that Porsha is now going to be taking her spot? I'm feeling like Porsha might still be having a little animosity, you know, behind the scene or whatever. I'm just saying, it's a hot damn mess. Like, why y'all can't do this? Would be good TV to see the both of them on the same damn screen, right? I don't know why they fighting. And I do know that Porsha was saying before that she felt disappointed that whenever she broke up with Simon or decided to divorce Simon and go her separate ways, that Nene didn't follow suit and not fool with Simon anymore. Nene was very much so out and about over Atlanta, present with Simon, taking pictures with Simon, with her married boyfriend and whatnot. And Porsha felt a way about that. She was like, "You're supposed to be my homegirl. You was the one that was, you know, acting like a big sister on Real Housewives of Atlanta when we did film together. But now taking Simon's side and you're out and about with him and taking pictures with him. Like, I'm just not feeling you like that." So when Nene went to go and try out for the Upshaws, it was a huge mess. And Porsha was talking shit about Nene behind the scenes with production and saying that she's a mean girl and I wouldn't film with her and I don't want to film with her. And if she's going to be filming and I don't want to film with her, I'm going to drop off the show, which she wound up leaving the Upshaws and let Nene take it. But now the both of them were supposed to be on Traders, it sounds like. And Nene is not going to be on Traders now. She's too busy, or maybe because she and Porsha still have some issues that they need to iron out. But it's saying that Porsha is now taking the spot to be on Traders. So what y'all think? This is a mess. This is a mess. I wouldn't figure it out because, baby, y'all too old for this. Okay? I don't like when a person try to tell me who to be friends with. If you fall out with them, like if we cool like that, okay, even, and I don't even think that they were the best of friends. I don't think y'all went on vacations and hung out together like that. I think that it was by way of y'all working together. Maybe y'all had a few conversations or whatever, but don't ever feel like you could tell me who I can be friends with because you fall out with a person or you decide to divorce somebody. I can say hi, bye, or whatever, you know, if we run into each other while we're out and about, that, okay? And if somebody decides to snap a picture, that don't mean that we cool like that, that we friends like that. And don't feel like that me and you are not in a great space because you see said picture. Like, I don't like for people try to control me and tell me what the hell I can and can't do because they decided to move in a certain direction. Like, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not going to be controlled in that way. But I really hope they figure this out at the end of the day, okay? Yeah, let's move on. I really hope y'all figure that out. Let's get into the next piece of news. Yeah, I ain't ready for that. All right, so let's get into some Tia Kim. As you guys know, the people was asking what she gonna get for her baby daddy's girl for Father's Day coming up, and y'all know how Tia Kim get down. When I saw this, I said, okay, I gotta play this because baby, y'all know Tia Kim is crazy as hell. So I need a little ha-ha. We're gonna laugh a little bit. All right. Shout out to Tia, her crazy ass, the Yunty, as she calls herself. The people asking her, girl, you gonna get Rick Ross and your other baby daddy something for Father's Day? Let's get into what she had to say, baby, because she says, baby, she ain't getting him ish. All right. Shout out to S.I. Predict. Let's go.
When fat funky ass father, you getting Rick something? Fuck no. Fuck I look like. Give him a kick in his ass with my cowboy boots on. Get him a goddamn thing. Yeah, one of my fat ass baby daddies. I can't get shit up out of the motherfucker. Man. Fat ass get a goddamn diet plan. That what I give him.
Oh my God. You play it one more time. Tia
When
keep
fat funky ass Father's Day, you getting Rick something? Fuck no. Fuck I look like. Give him a kick in his ass with my cowboy boots on. Get him a goddamn thing. Yeah, one of my fat ass baby daddies. I can't get shit up out of the motherfucker. Man. Fat ass get a goddamn diet plan. That what I.
The people ask her, what you getting your baby dads for Father's Day? Father's Day is coming up. What you gonna get them? She like, ain't getting them a damn thing. Get them a diet plan. She is crazy. It is forever stuck between Tia Kemp and Rick Ross. She cannot stand him. I don't know what the hell he did to her, but she is forever going to drag his ass. Anytime somebody asks her something about him, it's forever up and stuck between them two. It's kind of funny in a way. She said she gonna kick him up the ass with her cowboy boots. That's what she gonna give him for Father's Day. I know that's right, Tia. Damn. All right, moving on, child. That was a nice little kiki. All right, let's get into some Diddy news, child. Oh my God. Child, may that love never find me, okay? I don't never want to hate somebody that bad. Damn. I don't want to hate somebody that bad. Oh my God. Whoo, child. All right, so let's get into this Diddy news, testimonies. Lord, let me put my trigger warning banner up because y'all didn't know what's about to go down, Lord. Jesus. Child. Anybody got a baby daddy out there that y'all feel like that about? Anybody? Y'all feel like that about y'all baby daddy out there? That is crazy, right? All right, so Jane Doe, honey. Let's get into Jane Doe for this damn Diddy trial. Let's catch y'all up because y'all know Jane Doe is still out here Jane Doeing, honey. All right, still in her damn feelings. The Stockholm syndrome still is alive. Let's get into Jane Doe testifies that Diddy made her sleep with 3 men in 3 days shortly before taking another woman on vacation. Now, that other woman was, as we now know, to be Young Miami, a.k.a. Carisha, please, child. So she was mad that out here finagling and out on the streets and whatnot with taking Young Miami out on shopping sprees and all this other stuff, okay, with the pink coquiana in their system, allegedly. And she was mad about that. So let's get into some testimony. All right. Cross-examination of Jane Doe continued today. During her testimony, which included some emotional moments, she testified that she had sex with 3 men in 3 days shortly before Diddy lied to her and took another woman on a birthday vacation. All right, so let's go ahead and read into these said testimonies. All right. All right, so Diddy trial, day 21. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Let's go. Diddy's girlfriend testifying under the pseudonym Jane Doe is still on the stand to continue her cross-examination. Now, on Tuesday, Diddy defense attorney that Tenny Garagos questioned Jane about the designer items that she walked away after ending her relationship with Diddy. Now, Garagos begins Wednesday lines of questioning with evidence of a conversation between Jane and a male escort after a 2021 hotel night, aka FO. Let's get into it. All right. So in the messages, Jane is being friendly with the male escort and even asked him to send her a personal video. Now, Garagos goes on to question Jane about the Valentine's Day hotel night. It says Jane admitted that on the night in question that it was her idea to have 2 men present. Now, she admitted that it was crushing to see Diddy doing romantic things with other women, like gifting Gina a love bracelet. Okay, child. Now, Jane testified that she was upset when she found out that Diddy was on vacation with another woman shortly after the two came back from her birthday trip. Now, Jane says, as a result, that she threatened to take hotel nights away from Diddy. Now, she also told him, if you don't come here now, we're not going to do anything that you want to do. Weird. Okay. Now it goes on to say that Jane planned a hotel night for Valentine's Day after Diddy left the trip with the woman that he was with early. Said that she had 2 escorts, and she confirmed that it was her idea to have 2 of them there at once. Damn, she's a very freaky girl. So it says that messages from 2022 were reviewed in court when where Doe told Diddy to get Gina to delete a picture of a necklace that he gifted her. It says that the necklace matched a bracelet that Diddy got for Jane. Now, Jane noted that Diddy previously got her to delete a picture of food that showed that she was with Diddy. It said that Jane testified that although she spent much time with Diddy in spring of 2022, that they went nearly 2 months without a hotel night. Now, on June 19th, it says that Diddy suggested having one, but Jane told him that she wasn't in the mood. Now, she said, not really in the mood for that part. Don't want you to be mad. He responded, all good, and suggested that they role play instead. Jane says that they ended up watching old hotel night videos and the porno of the graphic together. Okay. Child. Diddy is a freak, ain't he? Damn, he's like, if I can't have it, at least let's watch it. Shit. Jane thanked Diddy for her birthday gifts in a long time, though she said that he had sex with him and 3 entertainers that night. Said that she later found out that he took another woman, Turks and Caicos, right after, which was Young Miami, okay, which she said was painful as she was recovering from having to sleep with 3 men that I didn't want to sleep with. Damn, recovering. That they broke up for weeks, but she said that Diddy would end things when challenged and then bombarded her with calls soon after. This is some sick ish. Says the defense showed a message that Jane sent to Sly, an escort that they were inviting him to join the 2023 Turks and Caicos trip. Now, Jane's message read, would you be available to come to Turks and Caicos by any chance? Says that would you need a passport and I think a vaccination card? Let me know what you think. Jane says that she sent it, but said that Diddy asked her to. She said she sent the message, but Diddy asked her to send it. Said that she testified that another escort, Paul, was on the trip and that Sly met them in Miami afterwards. It also say that she said that she saw Sly because she felt that she had ruined the hotel night with Paul. Child. It goes on to say, Jane broke down in tears after the defense went through messages that she sent Diddy. Jane wrote, the fact that you are the reason for my child's joy is feeling inside of me that I can't explain. It says that I love you so much as a friend or as my friend and my lover, my friend. It says that even though you don't like that word. So he did not want his girls to call him boyfriend or their boyfriend. Okay. I don't know what he wanted them to call them, which was weird. Says that in October of 2023, Jane and Diddy agreed by his other girlfriend, Gina, Jane argued about his other girlfriend, Gina, who Jane says brought drama into the relationship. Diddy messaged Jane, said that you're the only thing that's going to me at peace, please. It says that when asked if she believed the hotel nights brought him peace and if that was part of why she agreed to do them, Jane said yes. This is some sick. The defense brought up the sobriety party that they had. Said that Jane previously said that that was one of 2 times that she attempted not to use the Drugianas during a hotel night with Diddy. When asked if she agreed to that night, she replied, unfortunately, yes. So the defense, Garagos, says, you regret that now that you did that. Is that fair? Jane responded by saying, I resent him for knowing how much I loved him and how I couldn't say no to him. Jane then says that I believe resent and regret lie in the same feelings. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Seemed like StreamYard is doing something weird. So the jury saw a video from that night showing them laughing. Now in it, Diddy said, in a dark hole, he always somewhere dark. and you came here to save me. He said the same shit when he beat up Cassie. I was in a dark space. I was in a dark time. And I appreciate that. And Jane replied, you did some saving on me that I didn't know. Said that Jane previously testified that she felt depressed after that night. What y'all think about that? So that was the most recent testimony with Jane Doe on the stand in this Diddy trial. Okay, let's get back. That was what, day 21 of the Diddy trial's testimony with Jane Doe. Okay. Ciao. All right, let's get into the next piece of news. Chris Webber has come forward to let the people know to stop playing in his motherfucking face out here. All right, so Chris Webber addresses rumors that he got Basketball Wives star Jackie pregnant. Now, there's been rumors going around. Several content creators, all right, on social media have made videos saying that Chris Webber has some type of inappropriate relationship where back in the day or some sort, he got Jackie Christie pregnant. He forward to address said rumors and to let the people know stop playing in my face or else. All right. So Chris Webber is putting the rumors to rest, setting the record straight about the alleged pregnancy involving him and Jackie Christie. All right. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Let's get into what he had to say.
What's up, party people? Man, the internet undefeated, huh? That's why I'm gonna give this friendly reminder to some of my friends out there that you can't believe everything you read, see, or hear on the internet. Especially when they're all lies. No proof, just made up lies. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to issue my one and only advisory. If you have a platform and you have content with my name attached to lies, take it down now. And to those that started the rumor, that started the lies and then continued to spread the lies, I dare you not to take it down. I dare you to repeat a lie. You're not going to defame my name. Of course, the lawyers are in action. Of course, the lawyers are in motion and are motivated. But that's that. What's up, party people?
Y'all see that? He's letting people know. Content creators, YouTubers, I don't care what platform you're on. If you're on a platform talking about said topics, celebrities, to be exact, if you're not putting out the correct information and you're putting out rumors, you can be sued for defamation. A lot of these celebrities are cracking down and they're filing lawsuits. I talked about yesterday, Kenny Lattimore and Judge Faith. They filed a lawsuit against several YouTubers for misinformation and putting out things that are deemed to be untrue. So they're gearing, well, they've already geared up. They've already filed a lawsuit. They did not name who said YouTubers were. I name ain't in there because I ain't even reported on them or said anything about them, nor have I said anything about this Chris Webber situation. Now, I saw this post a while back, a couple days or so back, about Chris Webber and this Jackie Christie thing. I didn't touch it, and maybe that was God telling me, girl, no, abortion, okay? But a few people picked it up and they ran with it because it sounded like some juicy news to report. And Chris Webber is letting them know, take it down or else. Okay. So obviously he's gone and seen these videos and he knows put these videos out about him. He is definitely saying that he is going to protect his image and his name. And for those people that's putting videos out that's defaming him in terms of attaching him to Jackie Christie, in terms of saying he impregnated her when she's been only married to Doug for 1,000 years, he's saying, hey, take the shit down or be sued. So he's giving you a chance, at least he's giving you a chance to remove said information before he launched a lawsuit on your ass. And a lot of people, I know a lot of these content creators, some of y'all make very good money, but I don't think you want to spend it having to lawyer and defend yourself for putting out a video that you only could have taken down. All right. You could have taken it down. Let's not be like Tasha K. Shout out to her. But y'all remember she put the information out about Cardi B. Cardi asked her to take it down. She refused and got her into a lawsuit that she could not afford, to where she's now like on payment plans and her accounts being garnished to pay Cardi back millions of dollars that she really didn't have like that because she put out misinformation. Cardi B had diseases and all this other stuff. And Cardi was like, take it down or I'm suing. And she refused. So she sued her ass. And now she is still dealing with the after effects of it. Okay. You have to do your homework and your diligence to find out what is truth and what's just rumors. You can't put stuff out about people and damage their reputation and say things that's not true, especially when you haven't done your homework or you piggybacking off what somebody else have for clicks and views, and it's not cool. So make sure you're doing your homework and you know what you're talking about when you're talking about it, because these celebrities are getting smart. They're not sitting back anymore and just letting things just be said about them, and they're not fighting back. They're fighting back. So yes, again, like I said, Kenny Lattimore and his wife, Judge Faith, they have launched a huge lawsuit against several YouTubers to sue them for misinformation, defamation to be exact. Okay, defamation of character. These are celebrities, and they have to be able to move in Hollywood. And if you're putting out things about them that's not true, that could stop them from getting certain jobs where people see said about them that may or may not be true. So you want to make sure you're not just putting stuff out there, like I said, just so that you can get maybe 5,000-10,000 views or whatever. Or if the video does well, I mean, I know a lot of times people don't want to take it down if it does well. If you put information that is not good or not correct, you don't want to take the video down because that's your money. But hey, it's going to save you in the long run. I feel like had Tasha K taken that same advice, she would not be in that bullshit with Cardi B. So you got to make sure things I see out there, I'll be like, I ain't touching that because I don't know. And then some stuff, I'll report it. But if I have to go back and edit some stuff out or even take it down, I'm not above that. If it's going to save me a lawsuit, shit, I make money, but I don't want to spend it in fucking court. I don't do that. If I do, I will. But if I absolutely don't have to and I can avoid that, then that's what I want to do. Don't nobody want to spend money on lawyer fees. That shit can get very expensive, especially if you're trying to fight celebrities, because they got their money is endless. Shit, they can keep going and continue. A lot of times they will continue that shit and you will be bankrupt. Okay. And every day that attorney got to go into the courtroom, you got to pay them. So attorneys, celebrities, they'll get any YouTuber out there. If you guys have made a video about this Chris Webber and Jackie Christie situation, please go edit it or take it down. That's all he's asking. And he's probably going to be watching these same videos. If they don't come down or get edited, he's going to go ahead and launch that lawsuit on your ass. So that was big of him to at least ask you, versus like Kenny Lattimore and Judge Faith and just go and file something on you, because they don't have to ask you to take it down. You shouldn't be putting shit out about people that's not true anyway. But if they go as far as being nice enough to ask you to take it down or else I'm going to do that, that's very big of them. All right. So I take that as, hey, I respect that totally. Thank you, child. All right. So that's what happened with that. Okay. So I kind of touched on this yesterday. I'm going to kind of hit it and quit it, but I want to kind of, because this kind of bridges the information that I need to put out. All right. So as you guys know, Simon is out of ICE. Okay. Simon has been released from ICE. So we got to kind of get into that. We already knew a interview would come because he has to speak. He does not want a certain narrative to be put out about him without him being able to speak his piece and tell his side of the story. I mean, Porsha, she's on a platform. She's on Real Housewives of Atlanta where she's speaking, she's talking, she's doing, maybe interviews as well, telling her side of what she feels is going on between she and Simon. But Simon, of course, like I said, he's been deported back to his country because he's overstayed his visa after being released from ICE. But he is now getting ready to gear up to sit down to do an interview with, what's the child name? Cherie. Hold on. Zambino. Okay, Cherie Zambino, who was married to Will Smith. All right, that was Will Smith's first wife. She will be sitting down with Simon to do an interview. It's supposed to be a tell-all interview after his release from ICE. Okay, child. Now let's go ahead and read up what is going on here. Now, so the Porsha's ex Simon Guobadia is ready for a big interview now that he's been released from ICE custody. Okay, shout out to Urban Bell because that's where we see it. Y'all said his head swole up. I don't know, maybe somebody over there in ICE done went upside his damn head and I don't know. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams says that she couldn't say too much about her pending divorce. They say that she, this is because Simon hit her with the cease and desist while the cast was filming season 16. Now, Porsha was prohibited from filming in the car that Simon purchased her as well. Said that she was also not allowed to film in their marital home, which she has. Okay, she's filmed in there because I saw some clips inside that home. Said that this forced Porsha to film in her former home where her mother now lives. It said that she said that this made her late on numerous occasions. Some fans say that as well as her co-star Drew Sidora said they believe that Porsha deflected as a result of the legal situation. He goes on to say, in particular, that Drew flat out told Porsha that tensions over Dennis McKinley wasn't real. Said that Drew figured that Porsha wasn't angry about them making music or filming together, that she was angry about her pending divorce. Now, Drew felt like Porsha was taking her anger out on her instead of talking about what she was really frustrated about, which was divorce with Simon. Now, Kelly Farrell has made similar claims that Porsha said she also said that Porsha wouldn't be able to run away from hard questions at the season 16 reunion. Said according to Kelly that it was time to hold Porsha's feet to the fire regarding her actions during the current season. Now, although Kelly and Porsha squared away their issues earlier in the season, Kelly isn't feeling Porsha's treatment of Shamia as everybody else is not as well. Okay. But y'all can see here, sorry for all these stupid pop-ups with Urban Bell because they have that all the time. Y'all can see Simon sitting here with Cherie Zambino. They're gearing up to do their interview. And that is set to be dropping here soon. Once that does, I'm definitely going to watch it because I want to cover it to see what it is that he shares and or talks about in their situation. Okay. So they said that you mean business when you have at Cherie Zambino doing the interview. I don't know if I've ever seen an interview with her, so I don't know. And I said it before. I really hope that she asked all this right questions from Simon so that he can be as transparent as he can in this situation because baby. All right. Now they say, interestingly enough, Simon was recently released from ICE custody. Hours ago, he let his Instagram followers know that he is prepping for a big interview. Now, his interviewer of choice of former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Cherie Zambino, he posted a photo of himself getting ready for the interview. Said it was captured that Cherie being the interviewer shows that he means business. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. Let's continue. All right, so I've kind of been following this. Shout out to Lakeisha Keisha. I got to give her shout out because y'all know she was actually at the court hearing yesterday with Porsha, where Porsha had to go to court about their prenup, where she was asking the judge to I guess change some things around in the prenup on her behalf. Well, from what I hear, it sounds like Porsha kind of got a little one-up in this situation, that the prenup was able to stay as it was because Simon was trying to change some things to where Porsha would have to like get out of the house, but she doesn't have to get out of the house until the divorce is finalized from what we've been told. So I took a few notes after watching. Again, shout out to Lakeisha Keisha. Y'all can go over and watch in its entirety there. But I'm just going to go over a few notes that I took so that you guys will know what's going on with this Porsha and Simon situation since he got out. Okay. Now, according to Lakeisha Keisha, she's saying that Porsha actually bombed in the courtroom. Okay, not bombed the courtroom, but she did not do well in court when it came to the foreclosure of the house that she's staying in, which is Simon's home. Okay, now they're saying that Simon actually purchased the house that he is asking Porsha to get out of 1 year before Porsha got into a relationship with him. All right. And of course, you guys may know as well that Porsha is getting paid $40,000 a month by Simon. Simon is paying her $40,000. He was paying her $30,000 a month when they were first dating, which was very, very short because they only dated like 1 month prior to, and then they had to hurry up and get this prenup together because Simon was asking Porsha to do away with, let me take my trigger warning banner down, to quit all of her jobs and allow him to take care of her. So he wanted her to be a kept wife. So she quit. Y'all know she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She left that. She was on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. She left that as well. And several other things that she had going on. So she allowed Simon to take care of her. And he gave her an allowance of $40,000 after they got married, $30,000 while they were in the dating phase. Okay.
His ugly ass child. I know she was getting some money for something. That's why she was staying. I said, ain't no damn way she was his ugly ass for free. But anyway, so they said that Porsha's attorney, Randy Kessler, wasn't prepared and that he looked kind of shaky in court, whereas Simon's attorney was in there just like boom, 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 boom. But Porsha's attorney, as you guys saw on the show, the white guy that Porsha went to go see in the beginning of Real Housewives of Atlanta's premiere, Randy Kessler, they said he did not have his stuff together. He was not as prepared as he should have been, but Simon's lawyer was tearing Porsha's ass up in terms of the cross-examination in court. Now, they said that Porsha also violated a prenup by speaking on Simon and doing several interviews, which is something that Simon did not want her to do in terms of him filing a cease and desist. She wasn't supposed to film in the home, do interviews about him, speak on him at all. But she violated that by doing that. She actually did a Breakfast Club interview talking about Simon, which she was not supposed to do as well. So that was a violation, a direct violation of the prenup agreement, okay? Now, according to Lakeisha Keisha, she's saying that Porsha lied in court about paying the mortgage, you guys. Now, as you guys know, Simon was paying the mortgage. Simon was paying the mortgage while Porsha was staying there. And according to the prenup, Simon was to pay said mortgage up until the divorce was finalized, that Porsha could stay in the home and Simon would continue paying it. But once Simon got picked up in February by ICE, the payments stopped, at which the house then went into foreclosure. Porsha continued to stay there. And of course, you guys saw where she had to go to with her mother and her sister, Lauren, looking at different properties so that she could move somewhere else because the house was in foreclosure. They're getting ready to sell the house. Porsha, as they're saying, lied in court about paying the mortgage for the duration of the 3 months that she was there while Simon was in ICE's custody. But when asked by cross-examination where the payments went, how much the mortgage was, they're saying that Porsha did not know how much the mortgage was. She did not know where the payments were actually going. And then she lied to say that her staff was making the payments for her. So that they saw that she was lying in court and that the payments were not made, obviously, because the house went into foreclosure. So they said Porsha did a lot of lying in that hearing, okay? So of course, we talked about her filming in the house, which she was not supposed to. Now it was also said in court that the judge was telling Porsha that, and Simon agreed as well, that if Porsha could not refinance the house into her name, only that the house would be sold and that they would have to split said equity in the home, okay? Now, they're saying that Simon lived in the house with his kids prior to him marrying Porsha, so I'm not sure why the hell she would get the opportunity to do that if or sell the house and then split the equity if he had already owned the house prior to them being married. Because from my understanding, I thought they purchased the house when they got married, but it sounds like he had already owned the house. It was his house. But I always thought that anything that you purchase during the marriage is joint property, and anything that's accumulated before is, said person who purchased it property. So I'm not understanding why the judge is now saying, or Simon maybe agreeing that if Porsha can't refinance the home, maybe something going on with her credit, because like I said, she was getting $40,000 a month, and that's more than enough money to be able to pay the mortgage on that home, I would hope. Okay. Now, it says that Simon was said to have had to pay the mortgage for 36 months, according to their prenup that he signed and that Porsha signed as well. Because Porsha, like I said, she quit all of her jobs. So for 36 months, he was paying the mortgage. And of course, he didn't pay shit when ICE picked him up. He was like, I don't give a damn. They says that Simon was said to have had $360 million, according to what Lakeisha Keisha said. They asked how much money Simon actually had or was worth. He mentions $360 million. But then he made mention that his money was not the same as it was prior to he and Porsha getting together. Okay, they're saying that he don't have that much money now. All right. But the judge did say that he did have to continue to make the $40,000 payments a month to Porsha until the divorce is actually finalized. Okay, which that's not been done as of yet. So what do y'all think about that? So that's what's going on in the Porsha and Simon situation. Shout out again to Lakeisha Keisha, because she was boots on the ground in that situation. $40,000 is very good a month. $40,000 a month You know how much you can do with $40,000 a month? I think Porsha should have been moved out of that damn house and got her own place. I'd be like, fuck this. Like, hey, this is your house. You here. I ain't trying to fight you for your stuff. Like, you knew that you did not put no money down or nothing like that to help buy this house with Simon. And I said the same thing with Drew, Sidora, and Ralph. One of y'all get the hell on and move on into something else. Porsha, you have a daughter. Why would you stay there and risk the house being foreclosed or having to be moved out by the marshals like Kim Zolciak and Croy Billman had to be? It's embarrassing. If this man is giving you $40K a month in an allowance, that's more than enough money for you to go and rent you a house somewhere, girl, or go to move back up in there with your mama until you figure out your next move. I wouldn't stay in that house and risk something like that happening. Okay. The man still got to pay you. He still got to pay you. 40K is a lot. Shit, I'll take it. But I don't know. Rolling over and looking at his face in the morning, child, baby, I would have to up that to 50K, baby. I don't know. Yeah, that's what's going on with that. Let's move on to some Love Marriage Huntsville news, okay? Let's move into that. All right, so as you guys know, Love Marriage Huntsville has been rumored to have a date in terms of when they're supposed to be coming back. Baby, I couldn't roll over and look at Salma's face in the morning. That shit would scare me. I'm talking about nightmares, going to bed, waking up. Baby, it's a nightmare while you're awake and asleep. I could not do it. Jesus, my therapy sessions would have to be 2 hours every motherfucking day. Because, baby, looking at that face, Simon is nothing to look at. I promise you he's not, child. I promise you he ain't. Okay, so we already know that was about money. He probably was good. He probably did that real good. But hopefully that was in the dark. But anyway, child, so let's get back to this. All right, we kind of touched on this yesterday. As you guys can see, where does Love and Marriage Huntsville go for season 10? All right, season 10 is coming up. So as you guys can see here, as season 10 rolls around with an apparent July 19th air date, they're saying that Love and Marriage Huntsville is set to come back July 19th. Everybody know that by now. Every content creator have covered it. Yeah. So now my concern with this is that when Melody Cherie quit the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, it said that in her lawsuit that she was asking that her likeness and none of her pictures, videos, none of that, nothing to do with her be shown on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's giving that Love and Marriage Huntsville, they are now trying to promote the show coming back with their cast, but they're also using Melody's picture in the promo pictures for the return of the show. They've already released what the first episode will be and be about. And Melody's picture is up there, but Melody is not going to be on the new show. So I feel like Carlos King, you and your people, the powers that be, y'all need to get y'all ass in there and edit that out, just like y'all had to edit it out when that video came out where it was said that Melody was giving Dome in the damn limousine and all this other bullshit and trying to groom Destiny. They had to edit that shit out, remember? Because Melody was like, I'm about to lawyer up on your motherfucking ass. Y'all ain't about to be out here saying no shit like that and disparaging my character for no damn clicks and views over here. So now Carlos is still, after it's been understood that Melody did not want to be on the show anymore. She quit the show. She asked them not to use her likeness. They're still doing it. So I don't know if she's going to have to file something else, another junction against Kingdom Reigns Entertainment /OWN, because she's not on the show. You guys know Wanda went live, I want to say yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday she went live to do a ha, we're coming back, that type of live. And y'all tried to stop our show, but we back, But you guys are still using Melody's likeness, okay, in order to promote said show. Do you guys not have enough clout and fan base in order to do that yourself, in order to get the show up and popping like it needs to be? All right, let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's get it up. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. When y'all be like, what are you talking about, Caramel? Let's get it up so y'all can see. All right, so this is their promo. All right, NDAs and DNA. All right, it says airs set for Saturday, July 19th. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 10, episode 1. Said the three high-power couples come together for the joint real estate venture, which is supposed to be the comeback. So who do y'all see right here? They're not supposed to be there. They're using to promote the new season, because Tisha said that y'all did promo pictures. So where's the new pictures that you guys is using for the new season is my question. Y'all got a new season. Melody's not on there. Why is she right here? Why are you guys using the old picture for Love and Marriage Huntsville to promote it, to make fans think and or believe that Melody is going to be on the show or make any appearance on the show or still have anything to do with said show?
if she's not on the show? Do you guys not have enough clout and stuff going on to where y'all can promote your own show now? She gave y'all the show. She paid for the pilot for the show to even be on the air and gave you guys this platform and got the hell on, and you guys are still using her to promote it. Now, we still have not seen a promo video. We still have not heard from Carlos King in terms of the show, when the show is coming back. This is just rumored. We're seeing, you guys see here, black and white, where it's showing the promo picture. You see Martell. There's this clown right here, Marceau. There's Tisha. There's Melody out front. There's Kimmy. And there's Maurice. Why are y'all still using this picture from last season? Why is that? Again, why is there not if the show is coming back in July, why have they not showed promo videos and or pictures announcing it? Why is Carlos so hush mouth and mush mouth about said return of the show? Why is that? Why is that? Weird. Is that weird? Is that weird? That's weird. But Wanda did a whole nanny boo-boo on her video, child. She was laughing so hard she could not contain herself about people saying that the show is not coming back. So according to Urban Bell said, honey, July 19th, Saturday, July 19th. According to what's said here, that's the first, episode 10, season 1, NDAs and DNA is what the first episode is supposed to be about. Now, I already told y'all some spoilers of what's supposed to be happening with Destiny's supposed to be getting into it with the Fletchers. The Fletchers supposed to be having some words I'm hearing with the Scotts or whatever. Not sure what that's about. I'm pretty sure it's made up beef in order to carry the show or make the show go in the direction it needs to go. Tisha and Marceau, as I told you guys before, supposed to be going and getting some type of marital therapy because of cracks in the foundation of their marriage, which we've seen since season 1. They've denied it, but now they want to talk about it because they don't got shit else to talk about. You can't talk about Melody. Not sure what Martell's storyline is going to be, because I'm hearing that he's still not able to show his real life, which he's trying to say is Ariana and Knox. I don't know. I don't know if Ariana's going to make any appearances on the show, because I do know that Carlos was saying before he didn't want to work with her because she's too damn disrespectful. I do know that the cast have to come to some type of an agreement to have said person on the show because, Ariana is a handful. She know all their business because of Martell. She know all their business because of Martell. The only person that I know of in this cast, in this lineup on this picture that said that she would be comfortable and would love to film with her is Kimmy. Okay, the same person who was a side chick herself to Maurice. Allegedly. Okay, so Kimmy was like, yeah, I don't mind. I'll film with Ariana. But yeah, Tisha and Marceau and them, they're like, yeah, no, we ain't filming with her. No, we don't want nothing to do with her. Because she know too much of my business. She know how many women that my husband been with and who he been with and all this other stuff. And I don't want that shit blurted out on the show. I don't want that shit blurted out. So what y'all think? What do you guys think that Love and Marriage Huntsville is now promoting the new season and still using old pictures with Melody Cherie in there after she has asked them not to use her likeness? Y'all can put it in the chat what y'all think. All right. Let's remove that from the studio, child. Mess. Shout out to Collider, because that's where we actually read from that as well. Now let's get into some more news. I don't want to stay on that too long. Melody might have to go and file something else, honey, to get Carlos under. I think Carlos is still bitter and mad because y'all know he also asked Melody if he could be her manager. She said no. He also asked her to come back to the show. She also said no, as well as I told you guys, Bell Collectives, Keisha and So Gucci. He asked them to come back too. They said no. They've all filed lawsuits against him and Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. So we're gonna see how that pan out. We haven't heard any more about it, so maybe they're handling this on the hush hush. So once we get updates, you guys will get them as well. Okay, so I can put in there. I think Carlos knows that the show is not going to be what it used to be. I think he knows the ratings are not going to turn out to be what it used to be. That's why he brought Wanda back, to kind of give a shock factor. A lot of people think Wanda is funny. A lot of people think that Wanda is good TV. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really not. I don't know. I don't want to say something wrong, but what I'm gonna say is this: I don't feel that the show is going to bring the ratings that they used to bring. I don't care who they bring on the show. People watch the show because Melody Cherie was the star of the show, and when you lose the star of something, not a lot of people are going to be interested in watching said show. Okay.
I'm just saying, you can't watch Rambo and take Steven Seagal out the damn movie. Not Steven Seagal, but Stallone. Okay, you can't take Stallone out the movie and say we're watching Rambo. At some point, you got to show Stallone, right? At some point, you got to show Stallone. You can't show. I'm just saying, you can't watch a Bruce Lee movie and Bruce Lee ain't in the bitch. Like, it's just not gonna fly right. You can't do it. You can't do it. So you got to have the star of the show on there if you want it to pop like it's supposed to. And all the supporting actresses or actors and actresses is just that. You're just supporting. You supporting. For all these seasons, you guys have supported her on this platform. And you piggyback off of her and her pain and everything she went through with Martell. Tisha Marceau, y'all could have been talking about y'all marriage. We been knew y'all had shit going on. Y'all didn't want to talk about it because it was more comfortable for you to talk about Mel and Martell shit. Okay, it was comfortable for y'all to talk about that in every situation. Y'all play games and everything. Going on the Texas trip, y'all still was sitting back watching Mel and Martell argue the whole time. Tisha and Marceau, y'all were going through shit. But y'all didn't want to talk about it. And Carlos would not push them to do it because Marceau and Tisha were saying, hey, if y'all talking about our infidelity, we're going to quit the show. That's not fair. And I kept saying that before in my other videos. It's not fair. If you don't want to share your shit, why you on the show? So now y'all want to bring the show back and you still want to use her face on the show to lure people back to watch. And I feel like y'all trying to get a little space in between there to kind of dumb down the bullshit that's been going on and the fact that Melody left the show. And I think that y'all want her fan base to kind of come back and say, okay, guys, it's been long enough. Y'all get over whatever it is that's keeping y'all from wanting to support the show and come back. But I feel like Melody's fans are like, they're up and stuck. If she left the show, they don't want to be there. They don't want to support it. They don't care to see Wanda back on the show. They don't care to see Tisha and Marceau now talking about their issues on the show. They don't give a fuck about that now. I feel like y'all waited a little too long. I just do. So Melody left and she took her fan base with her. And it is what it is. I don't think the ratings are going to be what they used to be. I just don't. All right. I don't feel like it's going to be that. Don't nobody care about seeing no damn Destiny. We don't care about nothing Martell got going on, which is nothing. We don't care about the Fletchers and Chris out here cheating. Now, maybe if they show him in the DMs and cheating and doing the shit he been doing, that might help the ratings a little bit. Because word on the curb is he have been hollering at women in the DMs while Neil's still out here getting mommy makeovers and tummy tucks and shit. All right. You need to be getting foot reduction the way them damn eagle feet be looking when your ass be stepping on the scene, but go off. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Can I do foot reductions, child? Cut them toes down some or something, because baby, them feet look like eagle claws. All right. Now you can get a tummy tuck, but you need a foot reduction over there. All right, but let's get on into the show. Shout out to It's On Site. Now, a woman says that she doesn't mind sharing her husband with other women. She says that I know there will always be parts of him that are reserved just for me. Bitch, what? I don't like to share my food, let alone my man. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I don't like to share my food, let alone my man. And with all this shit going around now out in them streets with STDs and HIVs and shit like that being at an all-time high, for you to be comfortable with your husband being with other women, okay, and knowing that he reserves a spot for you, yeah, at the clinic. Yeah, he do reserve a spot for you. You sit right beside him at the clinic. When he go get checked out, your ass can go get checked out too. Why do people play these games? If this I'm gonna say this, if you married or you in a relationship with somebody and they feel like they got to be with somebody else in order to be happy, obviously you're not enough, or probably they have a sex addiction and you're never going to be able to satisfy said person because it's nothing that you can do to give them what they want that's going to ever be enough. Okay, you can sleep with the schlong in your mouth and bitch, he gonna still get up and go be with the next woman. And that's just how some of these men and women can be, because women can be that way as well. But you got to be careful who you link up with. It's called unequally yoked, ma'am. Let me go ahead and school you right quick this morning. It's called being unequally yoked. If you're with somebody and you're okay with them being with somebody else and you're saying, oh, it's okay, as long as he reserves a spot for me, that's some sick shit. Let's get into this post, child, because I said we got to talk about this because we always talking about relationships, and this is a very good direction to go.
Do not mind sharing my husband. Yes, baby. Go. I asked Jonathan why he puts a towel over his head during certain parts of his workout, and there happens to be a woman working out around him. He does that out of respect for her. He does that to make sure she's not uncomfortable. I don't even know why that surprised me or took me back, but honestly, it's so him. And I just love that. I love that for us as women. I genuinely do not mind sharing my husband. Yes, baby, go hold that door for her. Yes, okay, put me in the car and then go over there and help her with her groceries. That's fine, no problem. Yeah, but hey, yeah, they need you to help them put their TV up. No problem. At the end of the day, I genuinely don't mind him making sure every woman that we come across not only knows or sees love and respect from a good man, but they experience it, even if only for a little bit. I know that there will always be parts of him that are reserved for me and only me. That's right. But I love sharing those parts of him that are just so godlike and so pure. Who am I to stop him from being who God it created him to be? I definitely think when you pick someone, don't pick them because they make you feel like you're the exception. There are some things, again, that you should be the exception in. But overall, them having respect for only you and not for other women, eventually they won't have respect for you either. It's important to make sure that whoever you spend your life with, you're not special. The way they treat you is because that's just who they are. That's just who they are. And at the end of the day, they'll show you that you're special in ways that are so far beyond that. But the core of who they are, that's just who they are. And anybody can get that love. Anybody can get that respect. I genuinely do not mind sharing.
All right, she says she genuinely do not mind sharing her husband. Says that this woman clearly took God loves a cheerful giver to a whole new level. As she says, she's completely fine with sharing her husband with other women because, in her words, he treats women so well that she actually wants others to experience that too. Is that crazy? Now, if a woman needs her TV put up, there are companies that come and do that. Why does your husband have to go and do it? You put him in a situation to where things can happen that should not happen, okay? Because even though you may trust him, you don't trust the person. You don't trust the person that he's going, the house that he's going to. That woman could make a move on your husband, and then he get weak and fall into that said trap. And then what? You don't want to be too trusting, okay? I don't mind. She said, I don't mind if he takes, a woman's bags to the car. I don't mind if he goes and opens the door for another woman. Now, if y'all are walking in together and a woman is behind you, it's just common courtesy, okay, for him to hold the door for that woman to come in behind him. That's just common courtesy. I don't even mind if I'm with my husband, we out somewhere going out to eat or whatever, and we're walking together and a woman is behind us. Yeah, it's just something that a man should do to hold the door to allow that woman to come in. I ain't mad at that. I ain't like, hey, why are you holding the door for her? I ain't on that. No, that's just what you should do. But yeah, no, don't be out here talking about you don't mind sharing your husband with other women because you know that there will be parts of him that's always reserved for you. No, ma'am. She's saying that he puts a towel over his face when certain moments are being had because he doesn't want to disrespect or anything. What? I said, this is weird. What do y'all think about this? They said this lady sounds like Tisha mom. What? Not Uncle Wanda, child. You said she sounds like Uncle Wanda. Let me look at some of these comments because, baby, this is weird. These women nowadays feel like y'all just taking anything to have a man, and it's dumb as hell. It's dumb as hell. Maybe I'm just too old school. I don't know. I'm too old school. These hall passes that women give their husbands for them to go out and do extracurricular activities with other women, just so that they can come back home and they don't go out and cheat. And we got to talk about it and agree that you're going to be out with Amy Thursday night at 9, but you can't be out with anybody else unless you tell me. That's stupid shit. Like, no. When did we normalize that type of behavior, women? When do we normalize having passes in our relationships where our significant other can go out and do whatever they want to do with other people, as long as they come home and don't go out and mess with anybody else outside of our eyesight or without our knowledge? That's the same mess that caused Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert to break up, because Iman was getting hall passes to go out and sleep with other women. And most of the time, Tiana could, I think all the time, Tiana could participate in said activities, okay, sexual activities. But then Iman started going out and doing stuff outside of their hall passes and their agreements to be with other people and have them in their bedroom. So that caused them to get divorced, in addition to him being very jealous of her. I feel like once you open Pandora's box like that, you put yourself in a situation to where it's like no turning back, because you're going to push them to be out there with somebody that's going to do something maybe a little bit better than you. And then they're not so happy to come back home, because then you become boring when you open that door and put your significant other in a position to where it's like they're on a playground of sexual fantasies, to where this person or people are doing things that they're not experiencing at home in the bedroom with you.
then they don't want to be with you as much because they've got a taste of other things that become more exciting to them versus what the two of you do when you're alone, right? Weird. I would never be okay with that. I would never be okay with that. But y'all can put in the comments what y'all think. All right, because we got to move along, honey. We got to move along. All right, K Michelle checks this lady. It was so funny because she tried to downplay who K Michelle is in her country music ability, because y'all know K Michelle is dibbling and dabbling in country music, child. But K Michelle had to clear an interviewer, guys, at the country music fest after she told K Michelle that she didn't grow up here in country music. So K Michelle let her ass know real quick. Like, let's get into it. Shout out to Vibe Magazine.
So talk to us for a second about your relationship with country music, because I feel like we just kind of got you. You haven't, you didn't grow up here in country music. So kind of tell people, kind of introduce yourself to them, and then tell them how you arrived in Nashville. What brought you here?
Yes, I did grow up in country music. You do this all the time. I did grow up in country music. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I got a scholarship for yodeling. That's how I paid for college. My start to you, to be seen to you, has been when the Judds people themselves reached out to me to go and pay Naomi Judd tribute. That was the first tape I ever got, and that was Love Can Build a Bridge. And it's always been a thing for me. I was told I could not sing country music because I was Black, but it was something I had always been doing and will continue to do. I'm born and raised in Tennessee. I didn't fly here. I grew here.
You grew here?
Yeah, I grew here in Tennessee. And I am so happy to be able to sing the songs of who I am and what it is I want to. So I'm happy that people like you are just discovering me, though. And I'm happy to be here for that. So happy that you have.
We're not just discovering you. We just haven't heard you on contemporary country radio yet, right?
Well, you don't hear a lot of women on contemporary radio, period, right now.
That's
okay?
Right.
And you really don't hear a Black one.
But you're
you
about
will.
to, right?
You're about to. Yes, you will.
So
she cleared her, didn't she? She was like, let me tell you something before you go off on the deep end trying to say, well, you ain't seen me yet. All right, so they said you better let them know. Said that K Michelle corrects an interviewer, honey, after she incorrectly assumes that K Michelle didn't grow up in country music. She's been doing country. She's been doing country. Y'all remember she was on Love and Hip Hop, and she did filmed a scene where she went to, I want to say it was Tennessee or somewhere like that, and was in the studio or something like that doing some country music as well. So she's been into that. K Michelle is very versatile when it comes to her penmanship and her ability to do music. She's just not R&B. She can sing pretty much anything, and that's why I'm a fan of her as well. She's very talented, in addition to being crazy, and baby, she will read down. I love that about her too. She got a slick mouth, and I love the way she sat there and let that interview just go on and on and on and be loud and wrong. And it was time for her to talk. She cleared her ass and let her know, baby, let me tell you something. First of all, I've been doing this shit. I ain't new to this. I'm damn sure true to this. All right. So cleared her ass good, and that's what your ass get. Okay. Moving on, child. Was that my last one? I think it was. I think I done flew through my show. Oh, I did have one more thing I needed to show y'all that I almost forgot. Child. The people are not feeling, and I meant to show it whenever I was talking about Ralph, and I hate to spin the block on Ralph again because we were done talking about his ass. But as you guys can see, y'all, people call Ralph out because they're sick of him about this whole situation with Drew. They're telling Ralph, you clearly wanted a peach, and he responded in the comments, okay? They're saying this person here, of course, kissing his ass, talking about very handsome. Now, he went and did a photo shoot after he released those pictures of Drew and Ty Young and posted them on his Instagram, to get some comments from the ladies, all right, to feed the ladies, have them, sprawling over him or whatever. So this person here says, very handsome guy, Drew's lost, all right? So then down here, this person says, you clearly want a peach, sir. So Ralph responds by saying, I don't want it. I just paid for it. Okay. Meaning that he paid for Drew to be where she is. I cannot stand when a person always try to take credit for being where you are. Martell tried to do the same shit to Mel. It was me. I'm the one that made sure that you got there. I'm the one that set up the meeting with Carlos. I'm the one that was doing this. And Carlos said that Martell ain't said 2 words in the meeting.
that he sat there, even when they asked him a question about what he thought about this, and this, he had nothing to say, like he had nothing to say in any meetings that we ever saw him on Love and Marriage Huntsville or anywhere else, because he ain't smart like that. But with Ralph, he still has, like I said, that same mindset as Martell, and people ate his ass up in the comments as well when he did that whole, he didn't want the peach, that he paid for the peach. So he's trying to say he paid for Drew to be where she is, but Drew was already somebody when you bet her. It's just weird. So y'all can put in there what y'all think about that as well. All right. So I had that one little piece that I had to give, but that is our show for the day. I gotta go, you guys. I will see you guys. Keep your notifications on so that you guys will get my notifications when I go live or post. Okay. I'll be popping in, doing some pop-in videos later on today. All right. I try to give y'all at least 2 to 3 videos today. All right, depending on how busy I am during the day. So y'all definitely keep your notifications on so you'll get those. All right, Belle Wilson, KBR, Tyra, Scorpion, Miss Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank y'all so much for modding. Thank you to my content creators. I'm not content creators, but content creators. Sunny Days, True TV Podcast. Thank you, Miss Hills, ATL, Boss Lady, Brain Girlfriend Chronicles. Love seeing her. Purple Unicorn, if you're in the building, thanks for being here. Thank you so much, Schoolboy, if you're in the building, because she's usually here supporting as well. Do we have any more mods? Please let me know. All right. Let me know. I'm scrolling up because I don't like to leave anybody out. I love when you guys come over and support, and I appreciate it. Mods, please tap in the chat to let me know if I missed any content creators that stopped by to support the chat today or the show. All right, because I don't see anybody else. We got him. Oh, Astute Queen Bee. Thanks for being here. I see you, Astute. I didn't even know you were in the house. You guys check out Astute Queen Bee. I love her down. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, she's a great content creator. She has some great stuff over there as well. So I rock with you. Love you down, sis. So y'all check out all the content creators that I mentioned as well. Okay, and y'all go over and press that like button. Don't do like y'all do me. Be sitting on the likes. Okay, go over and really, really support these content creators because they work hard to put out great content for you guys. Okay, so I will see you guys later on today. And until then, honey, let's go. Bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay.